head and neck restraint in the 1980s. Investigations revealed a safety flaw in the way drivers were restrained during motorsport. In a crash, despite a helmet, the head could still move violently, causing the base of the skull to fracture. Clearly, something else was needed. A head and neck restraint attached to a helmet is designed to save the racer's skull. In many racing organizations, it's now compulsory equipment. To make these restraints, plastic and carbon fiber pellets are mixed. The carbon fiber fortifies the plastic, which is made of castor bean oil instead of petroleum products, which would be flammable. A machine melts the mixture and injects it into a mold under pressure to produce the base structure for the restraint. The sprue, plastic that's solidified in the channels leading to the mold, is broken off. The plastic and carbon fiber overflow from around the edges, known as flash, is trimmed. The parts then cure over a 24-hour period. The next day, the part is clamped into a jig and a computerized tool drills holes for tethering the restraint to the helmet. Another tool trims it to its final size. An automated hot knife is used to cut nylon tether material to the correct length. It's then over to a computerized sewing machine to stitch the tether around a chrome fitting. The pattern has been designed by an engineer, and every stitch matters, so it will withstand the force of an impact. A label is attached, which indicates the tether's design has been sanctioned by the sport's world governing body. This will be verified by a scrutineer before every race. Next, shoulder pads are punched out of cushioning foam using a die powered by bursts of air. The shoulder pads are slid into casings made of fire-resistant cotton. It's a snug fit, and a special installation tool is needed to make sure the job goes smoothly. The pad is folded into the tool and then inserted into the long case. Some head and neck restraints are adjustable, so drivers can find a more comfortable fit depending on the car they're driving. Those restraints are assembled in 3 pieces, with the adjustable fittings in the joints. Adhesive primer is painted onto the base structure of the head and neck restraint. Most of the plastic and carbon fiber surface is covered with it. Neoprene padding is then applied to the primed surface. The padding has an adhesive backing and it bonds instantly. The tether to the back of the restraint is attached with plastic clips and screws. Then the shoulder pads are secured to the underside of the restraint's yoke using hook and loop tape. More certification labels are applied, signifying that the structure of the head and neck restraint meets standards. A randomly selected restraint is tested. A hydraulic arm pulls the tethers until the restraint snaps, mimicking the force of a violent impact. The restraint withstands more than the requirement and breaks in the right place. The head and neck restraint is attached to the helmet using the tethers. 2 crash dummies then put the restraints to the test. The one on the left isn't wearing a restraint, while the one on the right is. Steady nerves and a steady head could save a racer's life, and a head and neck restraint definitely improves the odds.